بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
ये ऑफ पेज आ गया नीचे. Good morning, students. We are going to start chapter number 2, Microorganisms, Friends and Foe. Let's see. Open your books at page number 13. Microorganisms, Friends and Foe. To understand the term microorganism, you know that all the things around us we can see with our naked eye. But the things which are invisible around us, they are very smaller. We cannot see them with our naked eye. These are called microorganism. Microbes is another word for microorganism. So, how we can understand microorganism? Microorganisms are the organisms or living things which we cannot see with our naked eye. And to see these microbes or microorganisms, we need microscope. So, the chapter is Microorganisms, Friends and Foe. It means that they are useful as well as harmful. So, microbes are present all around us. The air we breathe in, there are microorganisms. The water, contaminated water, and the soil, all in all places, the microorganisms are present. Microorganisms play important role in the lives of other living organisms. They are sometimes they are useful and sometimes they are harmful. For example, when we talk about the decaying or rotten things, they are decomposed by microorganisms. In this way, they are friend because they are cleaning the environment and they are just decomposing the organic matter into its constituent that they can reuse by the plants. And sometimes they create diseases, they spoil the products like leather, paper, paints, and other things. So in this way, these microorganisms become harmful. Now they are not playing the good part, they are just destroying the things, they are spreading diseases. In this way, they are not useful. A lot of things around us we can see with naked eye, but as I have told you that microorganisms or microbes we cannot see with the naked eye. We use microscope. Microscope is an instrument which we use in the science laboratories to see the microorganisms. And microorganisms are known as microbes or microorganisms. These microorganisms are too small to be seen with the naked eye and can be seen only under the microscope. And this branch of science which deals with these microorganisms. Their their good things are studies, and how they destroy the things. All the things about the microscopes, they are dealt with the microbiology. In this way, microbiology is the branch of science which deals with the study of microorganisms. So, let's come to the page number 14. Now we will talk about the habitat. As we have discussed about the microbes, we have discussed about the microbiology. Microbiology is the branch of science which deals with the study of microorganisms. And now we will talk about the habitat of microorganism. What do you mean by habitat? Habitat is a place where anything can be alive. It can find food, it can find shelter, it can grow and reproduce its young ones. So the place is called habitat for any organism where it is living. So what is the habitat of microorganism? Microorganisms are present everywhere around us. All the things which we can see, there are microorganisms. For example, we have talked about that the air we breathe in, it has microorganisms, and the soil, it has microorganisms. They are present even in the hot springs. They are, for example, if we see in your book, in the topic habitat of microorganisms. So let's see, microorganisms are found all around us in all types of habitats such as air, land, under the soil, under water in hot water springs, in snowy region, and so on. It means all the environment is covered by microorganism. It means they can live at any place. Even they can live in the hot spring, they can live in the snowy regions, so they can survive at any place. So all these things are the habitat of the microorganism. There is no place devoid of microorganism. It means that there is no place which is free from microorganisms. They can survive in extreme heat and humid conditions such as hot spring, desert, soil. Saline water means very salty water, ice cold water, marshy land, and the bottom of the sea. These are the habitats of microorganisms. They are also found in dead and decaying organisms. As we have discussed uh, just a few minutes ago, that they help in decomposition. What do you mean by decomposition? Decomposition is to break down the complex organism into smaller constituent. Its constituent. Constituent means the things with which this organism is made up of. The elements with which these organisms are made up of, these are called constituent. So when the organism or anything is broken down into its elements with which it is made up of, this is called decomposition. So when any animal died, so what happened? First of all, the scavengers come and eat the soft part of that organism, and after that microorganisms start their working. They just break down into smaller and smaller pieces that they can convert it into its constituent element. Now these constituent elements are absorbed into the soil and they are reused by the plants, because these elements are necessary for the growth of the plants. So these were the habitats of plants. Some live as parasites. Parasites. What do you mean by parasites? Parasites are the organism which live on other living organisms, which take food from other living organisms and or inside other organisms. Sometimes they live inside the bodies of the other organism. Some microbes are useful to us and some cause diseases. And the microorganism which cause diseases, these are called pathogens. These are called pathogens. Means the harmful microorganisms which can cause diseases, they are called pathogens. Microorganisms can be classified into these 5 groups. Let's see, these are the 5 groups of microorganisms. The 5 groups of microorganisms are bacteria, viruses, algae, fungi, and protozoans. So these are the 5 groups of microorganisms. These microorganisms are divided into these 5 groups. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the bacteria. Bacteria, as we have discussed, the habitat, same is the habitat of bacteria, that they found everywhere in the air, in water, in hot water spring, in soil, and even inside the body of the living organisms. This is the reason that they can easily cause the diseases inside the microorganisms, organisms, living things, animals and plants and human beings. They cause diseases in these organisms. They differ in their shape and size. So we have discussed about the habitat, and now we are going to discuss about the size. What is the size? They are very smaller, as we have discussed, that they cannot be seen with our naked eye. It means they are very smaller. So the average size of bacterium is 1.25 micrometer. This is very shorter quantity. It is the size. It means the size of the microorganism is very small, like 1 micrometer. What do you mean by 1 micrometer? 1 micrometer is the 1 upon 1000 millimeter. So you can imagine that they are very smaller in size. In diameter, the smallest is the rod-shaped bacteria. This because their shapes are different. They have different shapes, and we are going to talk about the rod-shaped bacteria, measuring about 0.15 micrometer, too much smaller. Okay, the largest is spiral shaped, measuring up to 15 micrometer in length and 1.5 micrometer in diameter. So this was the size, and now the shape. Regarding the shape, they are rod shaped, they are oval or spherical shaped, and they are spiral shaped. And the details are written. Rod shaped bacilli means little rod without flagella. Flagella are their part with which they can move. For example, see the structure of bacteria. These are the flagella with which they can easily move. This is the DNA of microorganism. It means that nucleus is not present. True nucleus is not present. Cytoplasm is present, cell wall is present, and plasma membrane. These are different parts of bacteria. Okay, so this is the structure of bacteria. So as cell wall is present, so it is the outer covering or protecting layer which is called cell wall. Now we talk about the nutritions. Regarding nutrition means how they are getting their food. So some are autotrophs. Autotrophs means they can prepare their own food. So some bacteria are autotrophs, while others are heterotrophic. Heterotrophic means they are getting food from other living organism. Now there can be 2 categories of heterotrophic. Whether they can be saprophytic bacteria or the parasitic. As we have discussed, parasitic are if they are living on the other living organisms and taking food from the other living organisms, they are called parasites. If they are taking food from the dead organic matter, then they are called saprophytic bacteria. So these are the mode of nutrition. Now come towards the homework. Yes, homework is assessment 2, B part, question number 2nd, 3rd and 11. This is present at page number 31. And assessment 2, C part, question number 1, page 32. So these are the questions which are related to the topic which we have discussed right now. You can easily find out these answers from the book. So you can only the pages which we have discussed, all the answers are present at these pages. So do the work properly, neat and clean work should be, and take care, and Allah Hafiz till the next class.